What's up, Transparency Crew? It's Yuri here, and I'm so excited to speak to you guys once again. I just want to say thanks to all my subscribers, people who have been commenting, people who have been subscribing. I just said that. People who have been liking. I'm so grateful, and I'm so thankful that you decided to join the Transparency Crew. So let's get started. I stopped on chapter 3 of my book that I published, God's Plan for My Life. That was talking about when I was raped at 9 years old. So now we're gonna jump ahead. And if you hear any whining, that's my dog Scarlett. She really wants to be out right now, but she might, break my ring light, and I just really can't afford that. So, so we left off on chapter 3, and basically the rest of the book is like a domino effect from when I got married at 19. So that's what we're gonna talk about.
You know, when you're 19 years old, you think you know everything. You move out. You don't want to be up under your parents anymore. You really don't know what life is about. You really don't.
This guy that I got married to, I knew him in middle school. And he was pretty much okay back then. But as we got older, when I graduated from high school, we reconnected. And I'm a church girl. So he had a relationship with the Lord. I had a relationship with the Lord. We fasted together. We prayed together. We had Bible study every single night. Like, didn't miss a beat. Like, we would go through the scriptures. Like, hey, read this. Tell me what it means. Do you have your highlighter? Let's go in prayer. Like, that's the kind of relationship that we had. So I was like, you know what? This is thebomb.com. And I had recently gotten prophesied to maybe probably like 3-4 months before that I was going to get married to a man that was going to love on me so hard and all these different things. So when he came into my life, I was like, this gotta be him. Like, I can't really see it being anybody else. We were in 2 different states. I was in Virginia, he was in Michigan, and I'm originally from Michigan. So we just would like talk. We had a long distance relationship, and when I finally came back to Michigan, he proposed to me, and I started going to the church that he was going to, which was a complete cult.
The type of cult where they say, give me your phone for a week, you don't need to make any phone calls, you can't talk to nobody.
Really crazy, cuckoo. They told us that once they found out we were engaged, they told us that we really didn't need to get married. And we was like, what? Like, why would you tell us that, 2 people can't get married? Like, we're trying to do the right thing here. Then they separated us. They told me that if I was going to keep talking to him, I was going to get kicked out the church. It was terrible. If we were still going to talk, we were going to be in rebellion and disobedience, and my life was going to be a living hell. Remember when we finally decided that we weren't going to deal with that anymore and that we just wanted to be together? He left the church, told the pastor, and the pastor was like, get out. And then he called me and told me that my fiance was going to stalk me. He was saying that my life was going to be terrible. He basically was like doing witchcraft over my life, just demonic type energy that he was sending to me, that my life was going to be terrible. And I just was like, what type of pastor does this? You know what I'm saying? So we finally left the church. Mind you, all these red flags, it's too much going on. We went to the court. We decided we wanted to get married. So we got married. It was the worst decision of my life. We had a lot of issues separately and together. My childhood was really rough. I didn't love myself. I didn't know how to love him properly. Same thing with him. But we had a very abusive relationship, like punch you in the mouth type of relationship. I just want to pause. If you're in a relationship that's very abusive, please get out. Please don't stay there. It's not going to work. He's not going to change. It's just very toxic. It's draining you. I know you probably got kids. I don't know if you got kids. Even if, I don't know, it does happen that women sometimes abuse men. I'm sorry, I gotta recognize it. But if she's abusing you, leave it. He's abusing you, leave. I just actually talked to somebody at Applebee's. Her waitress, she was talking to us, and she said she'd been married for 4 years and her husband was abusing her. And, she said that she can't just leave, because obviously, like, if they see you trying to leave, they just gonna like bop you and try to kill you. So she said that she's been planning for I think she said 4 months And sometimes she stays in a hotel, $50 a night, and she's like, I'm gonna get myself out. So if you can't leave immediately, make a plan to leave. Don't just think that this is all life is, because it's not. I don't want you to live like that. God don't want you to live like that. Your friends don't want you to live like that. Your family. Nobody wants to see you struggle. Give you a little side story. So the way that our relationship was, I had really bad anger issues to the point where, like, if you made me mad, I was gonna like throw a glass. Like, that's how mad I used to get. He was the type of mad where, like, if you keep talking when he tells you to stop talking, you gonna get popped in your mouth, or you gonna get dragged down the hallway. Perfect example. We were in the car. He was driving. I was in the passenger side. And I was bawling my eyes out. I was crying because we were arguing about something. And I was like, I really just want us to work. I really just want us to work. And he told me, he was like, if you don't stop talking, I'm going to bop you in the mouth. And I just was like, I'm about to still keep trying to. I was still trying to just fix the problem. Because that's the type of person I am. I just try to fix the problem. And he was like, I need you to stop talking. I just stopped talking. All of a sudden, I know, pop, lip was busted. My legs started going up, and I don't know. We was swerving on the freeway going 80 miles an hour, and I told the Lord, I said, if I knock him out right now, because I know I have the strength to knock somebody out. So I said, if I knock him out, either he gonna go unconscious and then lose control of the wheel, he gonna be dead, I'm gonna be dead, or I'm gonna end up in a wheelchair. And I wasn't about to be in a wheelchair for the rest of my life because of something that he did to me. Like, I know I should have fought back, but not in that moment. I got too much going on with my life. I'm too successful. And I just, yeah. So that's like one incident. We had other issues, just a ton of issues. And it was just really bad. We was married for about, I want to say 2 years, maybe 2.5. I can't really remember. Everything's kind of a blur because I've forgiven everything. I don't have any ill towards him. It did take me a long time. I will say that. It did take me a long time because I really believe we hated each other. Oh, he got so fed up. He just was like, I'm about to just cheat on you. So that's like a whole nother story. So I'll just run through it. It was like a week before, maybe like 3-4 days beforehand, the Lord had told me something was going on. He said, warfare is coming. And I just was like, warfare? Like, what do you mean, Lord? And like, I have a really strong relationship with the Lord now, but back then I would just hear him talking and I'd be like, okay, I'm gonna pray and hope that nothing comes my way. Even though he just told me something's coming my way, I'm just gonna pray against it. One day I came home and I just was like, something's off. I wanted to go through his phone. Like, I wanted to go through his call log, his text messages, his social media, his spam, anything I could go through. I wanted to go through it. I wanted to call T-Mobile and see what numbers he had been calling. But you know, I was like, no, what?
I'm not about that crazy.
I didn't go through his phone. I just was like, you know, I'm just gonna trust him.
That was dumb.
Definitely go through his phone, sis, if you feel like something's off. Even if you gotta go through it, that's not the person you're supposed to be with. He called me later that day and was like, I got something to tell you. So I was like, all right, what you gotta tell me? And I was in the middle of sleep because I work nights. And he was like, I got feelings for this other person. And I was like, feelings?
Like who, where, what, when? How did this even happen?
He fell in love with somebody over the PS4. Give me a second. Okay, yeah, so he fell in love with somebody over the PS4. I don't know how that's even possible. But yeah, we got into this whole ordeal. He came home. He was talking to her. He was like, I gotta go. I love you. I didn't know what was happening. I just was so confused. I called T-Mobile. He left the house. I called T-Mobile. I was like, I need you to block this number. Because somehow I knew which number it was. I blocked the number. He called T-Mobile and blocked me so I couldn't have any authorization. Yeah. Went over and stayed over my friend's house. He packed up his bags and left the state. This was all on the same day. yeah, he was gone for like a whole month. Then he told me he was taking up other people on dates. I just was like, I'm just gonna pack up and go to Chicago and just act like I don't have no friends and family. I wanted to just leave because I was like, this is too much. I'm 19, 20 years old. Like, what the heck? Yeah, so fast forward, I tried to kill myself. I tried to kill myself because I was like, there's no point in living. I don't know why I exist. I don't think anybody loves me. Like, I just give up. I give up. There's no point. There's no point for me to exist because everything in my life just keep going in circles and failing. Either it's not, I'm not going in a straight line. I just keep dropping the ball. Nothing's making sense. So I just want to say, I have to go back and kind of like, talk a little bit because there are people that really have tried to kill themselves or want to kill themselves. It's not worth it because there's definitely light at the end of the tunnel. And I know in that very moment that you're going through something, it doesn't seem like you ever about to get out. It don't seem like you ever about to get a breakthrough. It doesn't seem like, it just seems like it's a circle after a circle after a circle. It's a cycle. And it just seems like you keep just running into the wall. Where am I going? Where is the path? I can't see. Like, can you help me? Like, I understand. I get it. Killing yourself is not going to do anything. It's going to hurt your friends. It's going to hurt your family. And most of all, it's going to hurt God because he put you here for a reason. You have a purpose. You have a destiny. You just need to know who you are in God. You need to know. Listen to his voice. If you can't listen to his voice, pray to hear his voice. If you need to read some scriptures to understand who he is, read some scriptures. If you need to go to church to understand, go to church. If you got somebody that already has a relationship with the Lord, talk to them. There's people out there that's to help you. There's the hotline, suicide hotline. If you don't believe in the Lord, there's options. Don't put yourself in that hole because once you put yourself in that hole mentally, it's very hard to get yourself out. And I don't want you to be in that predicament because it's the worst predicament ever. Life is already short. We already are going to die one day. So don't make it now. That's my advice to you. Also want to say, if you're in the process of divorce or already divorced, but it's like very difficult, hold on. Don't think that nobody else is going to want you. Don't think that you got too much baggage. Don't think that nobody's going to care about you because I got married again. My husband, he loves me. He adores me. He sometimes smothers me a little bit. Gets on my nerve. But he is like the best man I could ever have. I don't say that just to say that because I'm a transparent person, so I would tell you. I'm not going to say marriage is a piece of cake, but from the person I was to the person I am now and how he's really helped me become a better person, the things I had to do for myself in order to be able to love Byron, that's nothing but God. I remember when Byron and I were talking, because that's my husband now, Byron. I love him. I'm a Kenan. That's my last name. Okay, so, while we were talking, I remember I told him, I was like, I just really need to talk to you about something serious. And he was like, what? I was like, I don't know if you want to talk to me still, but I got some debt. I got debt from my last marriage that I'm still working on. I was like, I really got a bunch of debt. I don't have the best credit score. And he was like, at the time, he was like, I'm going to help you pay it off. I was like, yeah, right. This man worked 80 hours in a week to pay off a debt for me. 80 hours in 1 week. That's what people work in too. So there's people that's out there that will love you. You just got to find the right one. Or, I'm sorry, he has to find you. The Bible says a man that finds a wife finds a good thing. Not gonna say women you can't talk to the brothers, because hey, do what you gotta do, okay? But don't think that because you're going through a tough time that ain't nobody out there for you. Because I'm a living witness. Because Sister Girl was a mess. I was a mess. I'm not gonna say I'm perfect now, but I'm definitely a lot better than how I used to be. So let's go back into the story. Hopefully I didn't throw y'all off. But okay, so I talked about suicide. I talked about him cheating. I talked about abuse. Okay, so now, I was like, you know what? I had enough. So let me file for divorce. I started to file, but I had a boss. So I was like, I'm not filing. Like, I started the paperwork, but I didn't finish it. He was like, you know what? I do have the ball. So I'm a file the paperwork. I'm going to get you served. When I got the papers, I shredded them like a dummy. Like, after all this turmoil, I'm still trying to be with somebody that don't care about me. We're not even a good match for each other. Like, I'm not a good match for him. He's not a good match for me. So I shredded the paperwork. He was like, you know what? I knew you was crazy. So I had backup paperwork. Here's another copy. So let's see. We separated in like September. What was that? 2016? Yeah. And we were divorced by December. When you really don't have much together, because we didn't have any kids together. Thank God! We didn't have any kids together. And all we really had is like a bank account and then the apartment. And we lost that. So it only took a couple months because I work for a divorce attorney. And usually when you really don't have nothing, it goes by like that. Most of the time, if you do got kids and other stuff, it could take 6 months up to a year. That's pretty much the rest of the book. It is some stuff that I am kind of missing, but I'm gonna rewrite the book and write my second part. So that was how my life was then. I'm gonna write the second part of my life, how my life is now. It's been a lot of different things going on, a lot of different changes. I want to update you guys because I'm really excited. But yeah, that's my testimony. I just want y'all to be encouraged. Y'all can get through it. I'm alive. I'm a living witness. If y'all have questions, let me know in the description. In the comments below. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, make sure you subscribe to the Transparency Crew because that's what I'm all about. I'm such a transparent person. I can't talk. I think it's time for me to stop recording. Thanks again to all my subscribers, all the people who've liked this video. I love you guys. I think for the next video, I might talk about how I was homeless for a minute because that's a whole testimony in itself. All right, guys. Bye.